Overexposed definition, adjective, something that has been discussed so much to the point where the subject becomes insufferable, aka your faves. 1. EXO not having a comeback for over a year, before Tempo. I don't know if it was all just newbie EXOLs, or if the entire fandom is just that annoying, but all summer long, EXO stans have been whining about their quote-unquote lack of comebacks. Y'all tweeted about how EXO hasn't had a comeback in over a year since Coco Bob. Like, did y'all forget about Power and Universe? I'm aware that the Universe didn't have a regular promotion period, but they still released a music video and an album, so yes, it does count as a comeback. Not to mention, their first full album in Japan called Countdown was released in January 2018. Also, EXO CBX had a comeback with Blooming Day and Horololo. On top of that, Lay released an album and 4 singles in 2018. So please, EXOLs, stop being whiny and spoiled brats, acting as if you get no content whatsoever when in fact you're getting fed left and right. And don't you dare come for NCT again, saying SM wastes EXO's money on NCT promotions, when back in 2012 EXO had their own struggles and needed help from their seniors. Besides, EXO has always had long waiting periods between comebacks. A year from Mama to Wolf, from Growl to Overdose, etc. So maybe, you'll just have to get used to it. 2. Momoland. They are obviously trying to cater to Southeast Asian audiences, where Boom Boom was also a major hit, by wearing their traditional clothing. I'm so over them. So yeah, just a regular one-hit wonder. Thank you. Next. 3. 101. The Produce 101 tracks were good and Energetic was a banger, but everything after was just
so beautiful, beautiful. 그 누구보다 아름다울 너니까.
I feel like after some time, everyone realized that 101 as a brand alone sells, so they didn't bother to try and make good music anymore, because they know people will buy it no matter what.
I'm not a character like Mario, I'm just me. 가나다라 와봐서도 몰랐네. 그냥 하고 싶어서 나왔지 한국에. 근데 생활 중에 스트레스마다 at the same time. couldn't tell me what should I do 어떻게 할까.
In conclusion, Mnet should have quit after IOI while it was still good. 4. Stan Loona. Disclaimer, I do actually like Loona. That being said, it's just so annoying to see Stan Loona in every Twitter response, even when the original tweet had nothing to do with K-pop in the first place. Even when the discussion is about K-pop, but nobody mentions Loona, someone will drop a tweet saying Stan Loona. The meme is dead. Just leave that ish in 2018, or catch that block. 5. Blackpink. Blinks are always so loud about girl groups supposedly quote-unquote copying their faves. But how come nobody ever talks about the fact that Blackpink have been the copycats all along? YG copied Blackpink's dual concept from Red Velvet, and that's just tea. During As If It's Your Last era it was revealed that Blackpink are doing black and pink concepts. Does that sound familiar to you? Not to quote Wikipedia, but Red Velvet is known for their dual concept. The two concepts are dubbed their Red and Velvet sides. So, to sum it up, Black or Velvet is the name for their girl crush or darker concepts, like Boom Baya and Bad Boy, while Pink or Red is for their cuter, more youthful concepts, like Power Up and As If It's Your Last. The only difference is that with Red Velvet you can immediately tell which concept they are going for, by just looking at one teaser photo, whereas I'm still not sure what exactly made As If It's Your Last a more pink concept. It just sounds like any other Blackpink song to me. Also, y'all keep acting as if Blackpink is the epitome of talent, just because they do darker concepts. when in reality, Rose sings like someone's choking her, Jisoo's voice is stuck in her effing nose and Jennie's just overall lackluster, and
lazy.
6. Let idols rest.
Leave Britney alone!
A lot of you have the nerve to constantly cry about wanting your faves to rest, but then whine whenever they don't have 3 comebacks a year, the way you did with EXO. The fandom that does this the most is of course NCT's. I swear, some of you comment on every single music video, demanding 10 to be in every unit, but then cry about SM over working Mark, because he actually is in almost every unit. Make up your minds. Do you want your faves to be more active, or do you want them to take a break? But again, as with EXO-Ls, this constant whining needs to stop. Oh my god. 7. Card.
Right on the wing. Right on the wing.
Plus, I'm sick and tired of their disgusting double entendre titles, like, You and Me, Are You Kidding Me? At international fans, stop trying to make hard happen.
It's not going to happen.
But honestly though, when was the last time you even heard of Card? And for all of you saying Card is for the buys, stop, you're wrong. They are so obviously catering for the hits. Buys don't claim them. End of discussion. 8. E'Dawn and Hyuna, aka the Taylor's Tea of 2018. Their scandal was interesting for about 5 minutes, then everything after was just annoying. Hyuna is an established artist, she can do whatever the F she wants, and Cube was dumb to let her go. But this is a super unpopular opinion. But E'Dawn is a rookie, and he had it coming. Maybe he should have concentrated more on what's best for his career, instead of what his dick wants. And to be honest, both of them were really selfish about this entire situation. They chose this career knowing full well what would happen. If they were honest about their dating status, they not only risked their own career, but also the ones of their fellow artists, and their entire company. I know everyone came for Cube saying the couple shouldn't have been punished for dating, but the way I see it, they weren't punished for the dating itself. Listen, judging by how messy the reveal was, like, the dating rumors surfaced on August 2nd, were denied by Cube on the same day, only for Hyuna and E'Dawn to confirm it the next day anyway. Hyuna and E'Dawn probably had some kind of agreement with Cube's PR team to stay quiet about the situation, and by going behind Cube's back and confirming their relationship, they broke the agreement. From a company's point of view, that's a legitimate reason to fire someone, to be honest. And if you might remember, other Pentagon members were also involved in a dating scandal right after E'Dawn, but were not threatened to be kicked out. But hey, that's just a theory, a K-pop theory. 9. MR removed and lip-syncing. 90% of K-pop idols are not great vocalists, that's just a fact. But that does not mean they are untalented. Being an idol has more to do with how well you dance, how you present yourself on stage, and if you were able to capture the audience with your performance. Knowing that K-pop focuses much more on dancing than it does on singing, you can probably guess why MR removed is such BS, and why lip-syncing is okay. But let's spell it out for all you dum-dums out there. MR removed says nothing about a vocalist's real abilities, because most of the time they are not singing in a normal vocalist circumstance. Let's look at a clip of GOT7's Young Jay's MR removed performance as an example.
Talk to me, babe. It's magical. Sweet lullaby.
The reason why he struggles so much is because he is dancing. Like, would you expect someone running a marathon to be able to give a perfect vocal performance? No, because it's nonsense.
어색불한 바뀌는 이 거리를 기차셨구려.
Since a lot of award show performances feature more complicated choreographies, many groups tend to use lip syncing to be able to concentrate on the dancing. And honestly, I'm fine with that. As long as they don't lip sync for actual vocal focused performances, I'm all for idols having a bit of stress lifted from them. Also, remember that you liking someone's voice does not equal them being a good vocalist. Of course, you can subjectively love the sound of someone's voice, But being a good vocalist has to do with a variety of things like range, technique, pitch, etc. For example, when watching this clip of Jungkook,
If you 아직 너무나지 않았다면 우리 다시 돌아갈 수는 없을까?
if you all want to stand capital V vocalists, then choose groups that are not dance focused. Stand groups like Mamamoo, Romance, Bullbugan 4, or solo artists. 10. YG Entertainment.
Make sure you're alright. I take care of you, and I don't want to be here if I can be with you tonight.
Padam. Oh. We padam padam padam.
What an actual fudge was this even?
till you die, till you 직접 바꿔 make it work for you. I became the boss for you. 부질없는 post only. 내가 나타내줄게, that I know you feel now. Fear no, we are the
11. Fake wokeness and cancel culture. This isn't a problem exclusive to K-pop, but a problem in pop culture in general. You're so quick to cancel people for their whatever you deem as problematic behavior, regardless if they learned from their mistakes or not. Calling your faves out isn't necessarily bad, but you have to do it the right way. Some tips for call-outs are: don't be passive-aggressive, or any kind of aggressive actually. Don't assume everyone already knows about every aspect of every discourse. Yes, even with the internet, some people just grow up in a vastly different environment, and this has to be acknowledged. But also, don't make up excuses for them. It's normal for any human to make mistakes. Your fave is a human, and yes, they make mistakes. If you do decide to unstand because of something that happened, that is your personal choice. But don't act like everyone else who stays their fan is some kind of immoral demon.
I have done nothing wrong, ever, in my life.
I know this, and I love you.
This is how we do you niggas bad enough.
Speaking of BTS, they were actually the number 12 on this lovely list, but there is just so much to cover with them that they deserve their own video. Cue evil laughter. Anyway, until next time, keep your bobas ready to be spilled, and Happy New Year.